The back room is a treasure chest, Clem's letter said. 3 different antiques dealers are salivating over the chance to sell whatever you don't want of your father's collection. You're lucky he had the good sense to hang on to this stuff. Flipping on the back room's light, I have to laugh at the tin signs that line every available square foot of the walls and ceiling, most bearing the classic red and green Texaco star. I asked Dad once why he chose Texaco over the more popular Shell or Gulf oil brands. It was the star, Charlotte. Same 5-pointed star as on my Air Force uniform. To me, that star meant freedom. Not just to fly and fight the enemy, but to come home, marry your mom, and build our American dream. Besides, I just couldn't see myself running around with a seashell or an orange ball on my chest. Me neither, Dad. I lift the latch on his locker and pull open its narrow green metal door. Inside, a spare green uniform, cleaned and pressed, hangs next to his work jacket. I pull out the jacket and bury my face in it, rewarded by the fragrant mix of oil and Old Spice. Oh, Dad. For a while anyway, your American dream went exactly as planned. But then, when it didn't, you made the best of things better than any of us. I slip on the jacket and trace the red embroidery on front that says simply, Wes. I poke around in search of the item listed on the inventory as 1 floor safe, locked, contents unknown. After a few minutes, I spot the disc-shaped dust cover in the floor. Dropping to my knees, I lift the protective cover easily enough, but the combination dial atop the sunken cylindrical safe looks rusty and corroded. We never used it, Cal told me. Over the phone, Steve added, not for years, but even then it was always your dad's private place. I stare at it a moment, remembering the start of 7th grade, coming home completely baffled by the shiny new black and silver lock that was supposed to secure my gym locker. All combination locks work essentially the same way, kitten, Dad explained, patient as ever. It's a simple 3-step process. The only hard part is coming up with a combination of 3 numbers you won't forget. Silently invoking Dad's okay, I take a deep breath and reach in and force the dial left, slowly, and with some difficulty, to 0. Hoping my hunch is right, I twist the dial left again, 3 times around, and stop at 8. With no idea whether I've guessed correctly, I turn the dial right, 1 full rotation, then stop at 3. Almost there, I twist the dial right again and return directly to 3. Beneath my fingers, I feel the lock disengage. But, after several pulls, the safe door remains barely cracked. I sit back on my heels. The concrete floor is cold and hard, and my knees aren't what they used to be. Who but Dad would stick with the same lucky number for 60-plus years? 833 was Mom's factory ID number during the war. Without it, without your mother, he'd insisted, I'd have probably gone back to farming, spent my life trailing the north end of a southbound mule. I doubted that, but Dad never did. Determined to find out what, if anything, Dad left behind in his private place, I lean in, grasp the edge of the door, and yank it hard to open it. I put my hand into the hole and grasp the only thing there, a small brown leather pouch, zippered closed on top and embossed on the front with a vaguely familiar logo of the State Bank of College Park, gobbled up by Sun Bank when I banked there in the 1970s, and morphed sometime later into today's Sun Trust. Has this been in there since the 60s? Or did Dad just hold on to it the way he held on to so many other things? The pouch feels empty, but steeling myself against disappointment, I open it anyway to be sure. Inside, the small white paper napkin with the black Steak and Shake logo, inside it must be right, makes me smile. How many nights over how many years did my high school friends and I cruise the scene at the Steak? Way too many to count. But removing it from the pouch, I spot the handwritten note on the back. I owe you for 4 Cokes for me and the twirls, XOC, and I'm jolted backward in time. It was my senior year, late October 1962, when after cruising the Steak,